is February 6th, 2010, and it is 11:40 p.m. and I'm going to be making vegetable stir-fry fried rice, I guess you could say. And I'm going to tell you what we're going to need. We're going to be needing 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of vegetable broth, and I didn't have the vegetable broth from where I got this video recipe thing. And so I asked my mom, and she said I could substitute with a little bit of chicken broth. So I'm going to see how that turns out. And we're going to need salt, and just add the salt gradually and see how you like it, see how you like the taste, because the chicken broth is going to add some salt. So yeah, you don't want to add too much salt. And 2 tablespoons of oil, any kind of oil, especially olive oil. It's probably the best to put into your rice. And we're going to need a tablespoon of finely minced garlic, and a half of a large carrot. You're going to cut it diagonally, so a carrot. And you're going to need a cup of shredded cabbage. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just any way you like your cabbage. Big chunks, little chunks, but it may take a little bit longer to cook. They say shredded, but that's just for the looks. And it's optional to have an egg on the side. I'll show you how to do that. So yeah, and a tablespoon of soy sauce and a teaspoon of vinegar. And for garnish, we'll have 1 green onion cut diagonally. Yeah, at the end. So here we start. I have my cutting board right here, and I'm going to show you. Let me just move everything aside real quick. Ugh, messy mess. So I'm going to show you the counter here. I'm going to have to unplug my charger. And actually, that's not going to work. Let's see. I didn't plan this out really well, so I guess I'll just like push it back. That is going to work. That is much better, but I'm going to have to scooch down right here because I don't have a lot of counter space. So just got my plastic cutting board, and I'm going to get out a knife, of course, which I'm going to use. I didn't get anything ready because like it's really late at night and I didn't really have time to get anything ready, so I'm just grabbing things randomly. So don't judge me for that, but yeah. Knife, my favorite knife. Just that's how big it is, I guess you could say. But okay. So the first thing is the cup of rice, and we washed the rice already, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. It's best to use long grain jasmine rice, but we didn't have jasmine rice, so we're just using long grain rice. And it's organic, so yeah. There's our rice. And I'm actually making this for church, for lunch. So yeah, I hope it turns out well. So this is my bowl that I'm going to be putting all my vegetables in after I get some and stuff like that. So first, I'm going to grab, and also we're going to need about a half of a bell pepper if I didn't mention that. Sorry. And absolutely no seeds. Some people add seeds, but I don't like seeds at all. She said that just cut out the center of the bell pepper, so I'm like, okay. Just gonna pull it out like that. It was hooked up here, so I just snapped it out, and I have a little bit less than half, but that's okay because she had like a puny bell pepper and she sliced it. So yeah. So I'm using a larger bell pepper, and I guess that's okay. I'm gonna rinse it out and get all the seeds out. And I washed my vegetables and make sure there are no seeds inside. I don't see any seeds inside my bell pepper. And so, wait, yes I do. Duh. I'm gonna get all the seeds out. My hands are clean. Make sure to wash your hands because you don't want dirty hands. So you're just gonna place it up. Excuse me. Get that little white thing out. I don't really like it. It doesn't have that much flavor. That little white thing in the middle of the bell pepper. I'm gonna cut it here and just gonna slice it. I guess I don't have to be in the video. I don't know if I'm doing it the right way. So yeah, I guess I'm just not doing it perfect, like all those major chef people do it, but I don't care. I'm just doing it my way, whatever's comfortable for me. And since these are kind of long, since I'm using like a bigger bell pepper than she did, I'm going to cut it in half. So yeah, here is my bell pepper. And I'm going to stick it in the bowl on one side. And then I'm going to grab my carrot. And real quick, I'm just going to wash it. And I'm going to leave the skin on. Because the skin is healthier. And I can't find my peeler. So yeah. And she said it's just like a half carrot. But this is, you know, I'm just going to, I want a little bit more than half carrot. So I'm just going to cut it like right here. And leave off that fat piece. So set that aside. And we're going to cut it diagonally. I don't know if this is the right knife to use. I'm going to use it anyways. It's best to have it finely done, but I guess I'm not fine enough, so anyways, diagonally. And try to get it as, not super thin, but I guess it's a good width. Like that. And it makes it, it depends on how thick or thin you have it. It's better to have it like as much as I showed you, because it helps it cook faster, and it's to the recipe. It's just, you know, it said approximately an hour to make this recipe. So if you want thicker carrots, you're gonna have to throw in everything else a little bit later, so let the carrots cook a bit. But yeah, I know I hold my hand weird and everything, so I'm just gonna cut it diagonally. Come on. Not perfect, but here we go. I'm using a really weird knife, and I keep talking, but it comforts me when I cook. So yeah, and so I'm basically done. I just gotta get this down here. Come on, and one more. I guess I'll just like cut it in half. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. And she said about a half carrot, a large carrot, so I guess that's about the amount for my carrot, and I only have this much left. So yeah, I'm gonna stick it in there. You gotta set that other piece of a carrot aside. And Nana, would you mind putting up that little piece of bell pepper? Mom wants to save that part, and this carrot back in the bag, I guess. And I'm going to get my garlic out. And I'm just gonna, you know, measure it as I go. You said a tablespoon, so I'm gonna use a tablespoon. I'm gonna measure with a spoon, not a tablespoon. I guess this is about the size of a tablespoon spoon thing. Yeah. I'm going to get about 2 cloves out just to start with, to see how much that goes up to. This is a puny little clove. Oh my goodness, it's like a little baby clove. Look, it's so tiny. This is like a normal size clove for the garlic that we get. Huh? I can't do it. I can't do it. And here we go. And I'm going to she's just like laughing at me, and I'm just gonna peel it. I'm getting kind of tired, so yeah. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. No, just kidding. I'm not gonna end the video right here. I'm not doing too great right now because I'm kind of tired. Had a long day. Been out almost the whole day. Well, not actually the whole day, since like 8 to 1:30 to 2. So, darn it. Sorry about that. I'm gonna keep on going and just peeling my garlic as I go. I'm gonna start out with 3 and see if, and it's probably gonna measure up to maybe a little bit less than a tablespoon, I'm guessing, by the size of the garlic cloves that I have, but I'm just gonna leave it like that. And I might have to do a part 2 in this video, part 1 and a part 2, because this is getting a little bit long, and I'm sorry for that, but you know, I'm just not the fastest in the world, so yeah. Keep putting myself down for me. Oh well. Put that aside. Look at my tiny little clove. It's so tiny and cute. I don't know how long YouTube videos let you record, but I'm just gonna keep going till it stops, and then I'll make my part 2.